born ready, bro. The weave made me ready.
Let's get it right. Welcome back to You Rolling, a D&D podcast. Whispers of the Weaveberry, Part 2. Last we left off, we saw Elchad Thornvale. He stood beneath the roots of an ancient willow, Erendor Nightbloom dying in the grass. The assassin who struck the fatal blow lies defeated, its body nothing but wisps of shadow. But Elchad's path has only just opened. A hidden staircase now winds into the dark, humming with the heartbeat of the weave itself. A choice made, a mystery unfolding. What would you like to do, Elchad?
Well, judging by the mysterious look of this gap in the floor that's just opened up, I would like to waddle down, but I would also still like to be holding my injury.
Yeah, sure. I mean, if you want to have a look, you'd have like some form of like herbalism kit as like a monk or inventory, herb kit. So I'd say if you roll 1d4 and plus your wisdom, so plus 3. Okay, so 3, so 6 point. You get 6 HP back as you sort of like open up a small medicinal salve.
Let's eat some roots.
Yeah, and sort of like rub it against the ailment, and you slowly descend within the roots of this willow tree. Okay, you emerge into a stone chamber, circular, high-ceilinged, lit by a softly glowing fungal that's growing along the walls. Massive roots pulse with a green energy as they hang from above like veins. At the center of the room is a raised circular platform with a spiraling pattern etched into the surface. Strange runes pulse to life as you approach, whispering in a language you do not understand. What would you like to do, Elchad?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say it's a little nippy in here. Could have done with a little bit of heating, but I want to go and let me rephrase that. I would like to make a perception roll. There are many curious things around here. 2 things that have caught my eye is a glowing root and also this big mysterious stone well-looking thing in the middle.
Okay, roll a perception check, mate.
Which D is that, sir?
So that's D20, and your perception is plus 5, mate.
Plus 5, yeah?
So you just roll, D20 plus 5.
13 plus 5, 18.
Okay, so with that, upon inspection, as you sort of come down this spiraling staircase and you enter this room, the moss itself, it's similar in clarity of energy that you saw on the surface. So the same sigil, sort of almost protective sigil that was etched on the willow outside. It's very similar in terms of it comes even as far down to the roots of this tree itself. And upon looking at this item and the platform, this place predates even verdant civilization. It's a node, a convergent point of natural weave, a place where the world's life magic once gathered in balance.
Very overwhelming feeling in here.
So it's almost as if like it's a centralized point within. Roll an Arcana check. So just roll D20.
D20 again.
Yeah, D20 again.
D.
Plus 1 this time.
9 with the plus 1 is 9.
Okay. I'd say that you're not familiar with the magic. You've seen other druidic magic probably within your life, but not the same sort of caliber as this. This is incomprehensible, similar to like the Weaveberry.
Okay. I try to. I want to walk over. I feel drawn to the well that's in the middle. I feel like I want to. It almost feels like it's telling me to touch it, maybe drink it. I can't decide. I don't want to rush into anything, but I feel like I'm on limited time. I feel like this place wants me to ask questions, wants me to find and look deeper, find the mysteries that lie within. And this well, this needs touching. This water, I need to touch the water. I need to see if it's real. Am I even dreaming right now?
Okay, so you want to sort of go over and touch this well that you see in front of you?
Maybe have a little taste, depending on the how clean this water is.
All right, so you walk over to the center of this well, and you see more etched runes like on the inside in the water. It's almost like a wishing well, sort of, but you see like this green aura magic sort of glowing within the center of this bowl. I guess you sort of lean down, you sort of scoop a little bit of the water, and it sort of almost shimmers. Roll intelligence.
12 plus 1, 13. Lucky number.
I'd say vitality. It shimmers with vitality. Do you sip it?
Well, I've never been the smartest man. But I don't even know what that word vitality means. But one thing I'm telling you right now is this looks delicious. I would like to take a sip.
All right, you take a sip of this well. The moment you do it, you just feel the wound that you had completely seal, like beyond like the medicine that you put on there, and you sort of just pat it. There's no pain, so you're back up to full immediately. You also feel like extra presence, like you've just become part of the tree itself momentarily.
Oh.
And you have this like flood of like, just for a brief moment, just a flash of a vision, and it's almost as if you were like being born but from the roots itself, and you sort of come back into your body and just say like revitalized. For the time being, your weave is amplified. You feel a replenishment of your vitals. You feel more healthy than you ever did.
Oh yes.
And maybe even more potential.
Well, this is interesting. I go over to one of the glowing roots that I see. I wish to grab onto it using some magical abilities to try and enhance this greater feeling I have. I go over and I just grab quite firmly the roots, the glowing roots that are on the floor next to me.
Yeah.
And I wish to try and meditate on it, if that makes sense. I wish to sit there and take in what this root is, and I want to try and use this freshened magic ability just to see what I find. I want to almost try and connect with this root. I want to know more.
Okay. So, you, first of all, after drinking from that basin, you had that almost moment of blackout, like you weren't there. And just, I guess, instinctively, you just chose to get up and try find a route to just see if you could charge it up with this energy almost, yeah?
Yeah.
The moment your hand like clasps the roots, the world feels like it breathes. The roots tremble themselves, and the pulsing vines that run along its warm surface almost alive beneath your fingers. And the minute you sort of try to hone in, you're no longer here. You're within the root. A rush of green light floods your vision. Memories not of your own. Buried prayers, ancient wars, forests singing, names long forgotten. You see Sylvara's face, a statue in the grove, but alive, watching you. Her lips do not move, yet you feel the words. The weave phrase, seek the grove, breathe with me, before breath is lost. Roll a nature check, mate. It's a skill check challenge.
D20?
Yeah.
18 plus 1 for nature.
You feel a pulse within your own chest sync with the root. A symbol burns faintly onto your palm. A fractal vine knot, marking you as a verdant touched. You see a vision of the grove, of still breath. Its stillness, the face of Sylvara, carved in ivy and stone, and slithering black mist beneath her altar. Something is defiling her shrine. Roll a constitution save, mate, to withstand the raw surge of this primal magic.
Oh, I got this. 7.
So, the moment you feel that last thing she says to you, you instantly let go. You're thrown back from the root, gasping. Something inside you still burns, a splinter of the wild magic. You've been changed, but it's untamed, and something noticed you.
Well, I quickly get up on my feet. I want to look around. To be honest, I just take a seat and I just start meditating and just reflecting on everything that just happened.
Alright. So,
Patience.
the surge of it sort of pushing you off. It was almost like you had a communion, a divine intervention with the forest itself. You sort of, I guess, reset yourself, try to synchronize your breath again, and you sit down and you just take back for a moment.
I just did what I heard, what it said. Take a breath. So I'm just breathing.
Roll a perception check, mate. One. You almost being in this trance just of meditation, you just take no notice to the outer world. It's just almost like there's just a stillness in here.
Gone into a trance.
Yeah.
So during your moment of meditation, something strikes from the darkness.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Not even on full health. I just breathe with Mother Nature and I'm already getting attacked.
That's it. 13.
And a sweeping blade cuts through the silence, almost as if something is trying to reopen the wound that was healed. Something stabs you.
Can I react to this instantly?
Yeah, your eyes will open up,
As
but you rolled a natural 1 on perception. So
Yeah. Alright, cool.
Disadvantage, meditating.
So you feel this dark, murky shadow just seep within your very muscles, relinquishing you of 10 points of damage.
That's deadly.
And as you open your eyes, you see someone bigger, but not mistakenly part of the Weavehunters.
Who are you?
That's fine. Let's get into combat, mate. We need to roll for initiative,
So who goes
so
first?
yeah. So it's D20 plus 3 for you, mate.
No.
I rolled a 19.
I got 16 plus 3, 19.
So he goes again, mate. He goes first again.
Oh wait, is this mother?
So again, he just hear this one doesn't speak, just an undertone of, and his face is covered. As he sort of almost flash steps in front of you, his blades goes to swing towards your eye and misses just short or based off the fact that maybe the very forest itself that stopped it. Your turn.
Alright, cool. So I'm flooding right now with this weave energy from when I sip the water and when I touch the root. I want to do a powerful attack on him. That's what I want to do. And I want to use one of my key points.
Flurry of blows.
Flurry of blows with him, but as I hit him, I want to try and extract anything that I can, if possible.
Alright, so yeah, you jumped up ready and he's missed you by a long shot. You go to use a flurry of blows on him, mate. So roll 3d20, mate.
3d20s?
Yeah, because it's a bonus action. So you do 2 attacks, but your main action you can either choose to do something else or you can choose to again hit him. So if you're punching him 3 times, you do 3 rolls.
It's all good.
You're on 3
it's all
times.
good. 8.
Okay. Plus 5. 8 plus 5, 13. Yeah, the first one hits.
Ha! There we go. And after I hit him, right, I'm gonna. Everything I've got, I'm gonna headbutt him as well.
It's like a double sort of like
like a
punch, and the last punch is like a headbutt. So roll again.
So that's the finisher. 16.
That hits, and then roll your last attack. Your headbutt.
Right, this is gonna be the one that kills it as well. 14.
Right, so with all those hits, so as you channel into the very nature around you, you hone in and you just whip him with a flurry of blows. Roll some damage, mate. So you need to roll 3d4 plus 9.
3.
Yeah.
3.
Again.
3.
Okay.
Oh,
Roll again.
1.
Right, so 7 plus 9, so 16 points of damage. So with
Crack,
literally with just like full momentum, you just
Charged at him.
You just charge at him. You just see almost like within your punches, your normal aura would be like iridescent. It'd be like almost a mixture of like a transparent like rainbow. But this is like very much green to the nature of the moss energy in here. So you sort of strike, and then channel it into your forehead. Boom! And his head cracks back, and you hear a snapping sound. See him go. His turn. Alright.
Shook that one off lightly.
Couple points of damage, they went up.
Hey, give me a best shot.
Okay. He is going to do something called Echo Drain.
Amazing.
So, he's going to roll to attack. He rolled a 19.
No, amazing. Goodbye.
So, if he hits, Elchad must make a wisdom save. So you need to make a wisdom save or lose your reaction. Yeah. So you lose reaction and 1d4 spell saves until your next turn. So let me roll 1d4. 2. So you lose your reaction, so you can't parry it pretty much. And 2 spell saves until your next turn, mate. Pretty much if he does any attacks to you that's spell based, like they're gonna hit. Like you can't save from it. And he's got to do damage as well. He does 8 points of damage as he stabs you along your arm, but you see almost a vision of yourself dying from not saving from a fireball or a magic missile. But then you go back. Your turn.
Alright.
What health?
I'm on 6.
6.
I'm on 6 health. But I'll tell you one thing that did happen. Right? Earlier, when I sipped that water, I came back to full health. And I felt strong. And it's still right there next to me. So I want to do the dash, disengage and dash and jump into the water and just swallow it up.
Okay. So you disengage, so you're able to roll athletics or acrobatics to dive into the water.
11.
Okay, plus
5. Right at the top.
right. So yeah, so literally you backflip into the pool.
Splash.
As your boots splash into the glowing arcane liquid, a light ripple bursts outward, illuminating the entire vault in a sudden bloom of green and blue firelight. Your body feels weightless for a heartbeat. Your wounds burning but not bleeding. The basin pulses. The lifeblood of the weave surges upward into your chest, like it's choosing you. Okay, roll a wisdom saving throw. It's because you're rolling it like that. Just roll it like you would want to roll it. I'm telling you, it puts the fun in it more. I promise.
Yeah, 1 better.
Plus wisdom, 5. Yes, you actually did it. So you gain temporary divine insight. The basin's power shields you from immediate harm. You regain 8 HP.
Sweet.
Okay, so you're back up to 14 now.
You literally
Yeah.
held your last hit.
You gain
Back
an
up.
extra 2 AC until your next turn. So currently, right now, I have to roll 18 to hit you now.
Yeah, you don't understand.
You may take a reaction to magically
Nat
lash
20.
out at the shade with a radiant root tendril for 1d8 plus wisdom radiant damage.
Well, right now.
Yeah. So roll to magically lash out at the shade. Whoa, nat
Gosh.
20! So yeah, you just see from the basin itself, this root just erupt out, right? And it literally, like it's chosen you, just lashes out at the enemy, intertwines it almost like a snake, and pulls it, and you just see this burst of green energy into it. Roll 1d8.
6.
Plus your wisdom. So you see this creature and it erupts in green flames and just dissipates into smoke, just like the creature above ground, taking you out
That's
of
fun.
combat.
I want to immediately go and try and find something to collect this water off of this mysterious being, if possible.
I'd say you'd have a water skin you could probably fill up.
As I'm filling it up, I'd like to say thank you to the Weave for allowing me to use the strength and the power. And you little fool, I was gonna dash away on 6 HP. I took the fight to him. Bring Keanu down here, mate.
Okay, the tendril of radiant energy woven from the basin's light and Sylvara's breath lashes outward like a whip of starlight root. It strikes the shade mid-teleport, catching it as if it flickers between shadow and solid. The horrific screech warping like cracking ice under pressure as the shade is ripped from this plane, disintegrating into ash and strands of unraveling weave magic. The vault falls still, the moss light dim again, and the basin now gently pulsing as if breathing. So you stand there inside the basin, partially healed and pulsing with this druidic energy. You're filling up your little water skin. With the root tendril pulsing in your hand, the western tunnel gapes open and something further lies below. You feel the root beneath your palm twitch, then tense, then gently guide your attention westward toward the cracked tunnel. Faint whispers stir from beyond it. Something old is calling, not hostile, not yet, but deeply aware that you're here. And behind you, where the shade fell, lies its last remnant, a silver strand humming faintly in a counter rhythm to the basin. So, what would you like to do, mate?
Well, I need to go collect this silver strand, grab it. I need to find out what the hell this thing came from. And I would also like to go west. Got the water, dashing west.
You step over to the patch of the twisted roots where the shade fell. Nestled in the centre of a fine blackened scorch mark is a silver strand, no larger than a curled leaf vein. As you pick it up, it hums gently, then flickers with a thread of motion, like wind through a cobweb. A sudden flash, not blinding, but inward, rushes through your senses. For a moment, your vision isn't of your own. You see a figure, tall and gaunt, eyes hollow, draped in decayed emerald robes, standing in the grove of still breath. It lifts a weathered hand, and tendrils of shadow spiral outward, calling forth shades of broken roots. A voice echoes.
Sylvara's breath cannot hold us forever.
Then, it's gone. The silver strand curls into a thin spiral and nestles in your hand, inert but strangely warm. You have gained the Echo Shard of the Fallen, a fragment of the defeated Weavehunter Shade. Once per day, can be invoked to re-roll a failed wisdom saving throw, or used as a component in rituals involving shadow or memory.
Mad.
After filling it up, the skin feels dense, glowing liquid, right? And as you cork it, the glow fades slightly, as if it's falling asleep. You have gained a water skin of Sylvara's lifeblood. Can be used as a potion, restores 3d6 hit points, and grants advantage on one nature or arcana check made within the next 10 minutes. Alternatively, can be poured onto corrupted soil or roots to purify a 10-foot radius. Heading westward, the Tunnel of Echoes. You step to the cracked western tunnel. The roots part just enough to let you pass, bent like ribs, humming with residual magic. The air turns cooler, denser, and as you enter, sound begins to warp. Every step echoes, then a whisper that is not yours.
Don't forget the cost.
The tunnel tightens ahead. Flickers of arcane crystals embedded along the sides. Thin root bridges stretch over sudden drops, and weave flare pulses briefly when you exhale too hard. Okay.
At least it's a bit warmer now.
So as you're walking through here, would you like to do anything as you're walking through here? Is there anything you feel like you'd be doing in particular?
As I'm walking through, I'm feeling like I want to go touch one of these crystals. But I'm also trying to experiment. See, like I feel different. I feel like I'm still, after everything that just happened, I'm a bit curious. I'm trying to see if this magic front can do anything while I'm walking. I'm looking at these emerald things like, well, I want to touch one, see what happens.
Okay. As you step cautiously down the winding path, the soft blue crystals embedded in the root walls begin to shimmer in response to his presence. As you reach out, you let your fingers graze one of the larger shards, cold and humming with barely contained force. The moment your skin touches the crystal, it flares brightly and floods his senses with a pulse of echoed memory. His breath catches, his heart stutters. In an instant, Elchad hears dozens of voices, some familiar, some ancient. Fragments of incantations, prayers, and screams wash over him, one rising above the rest. The weave is fraying. We are but threads clinging to the mother's breath. The crystal then cracks faintly under your touch, releasing a soft sigh of light before dimming. Roll a save and throw, mate.
14, that was almost net 20.
So
Close.
So you manage to stay grounded, absorbing the echo without being overwhelmed. The whispering quiets to a murmur in your mind. He feels more attuned to the weave's instability in this place. His spells may react more unpredictably, but he's also able to sense magic more sharply. For the next 10 minutes, you get advantage on arcana and perception checks related to magic or weave distortion.
Okay. Straight away, I see an even bigger crystal right in front of me down. I want to walk over to the bigger crystal. And I want to hear or see what happens with this one. But this time I want to try and siphon what I can. Again, pretty much like last time.
Okay.
I want to know more. I feel like if that other one helped me and it cracked a little bit, let's try this one. It's all helping. So far.
Okay.
This time I got a boost.
Still humming with the residual echo from the first crystal, you make your way toward a cluster just beyond the first root bridge. This one pulses with a deeper hue of violet blue, like moonlight trapped in ice. So say you've gone on further along to this one. This crystal juts from the wall like a jagged heart, nearly twice the size of your torso. As Elchad approaches, the root bridge creaks beneath your weight, spores drifting up in lazy spirals from the pits below. The moment he lays a hand on the crystal's surface, it responds violently, not just with sound, but with a vision. Elchad's mind is pulled outward, no longer in his body, but flying across a vast green landscape. Massive spiralling ley lines stretch across Earth like veins, glowing, flowing. Then, disruption. The ley lines begin to pulse erratically. A dark shape slithers across one, like ink through paper. Something is feeding on the weave. Just before the vision fades, he sees a woman cloaked in ivy and light. Her eyes closed, her brow furrowed in pain, her lips move silent. Sylvara still breathes, but barely. Suddenly, the crystal cracks loudly, sending a flash of wild magic through the tunnel. You need to make a dexterity saving throw, mate.
14 again.
Plus dexterity.
You dodge the arcane charge. The crystal crumbles into dust, and a few nearby roots shift as though reacting to the energy. He feels a momentary connection to the ley lines themselves, like he knows where they run, at least in this place. You sense the presence of ley line paths or energy surges within 500 feet.
Dang.
Sweet.
Meditations would be powerful right now. I need to continue onwards. So I can, what's this power? I can see and feel everywhere around me within 500 feet.
So tapping into it, it's almost like AWA, like with Avatar.
Okay.
It's like you've tapped into like all the trees are connected via route. It's like there's tunnel passages. You would be able to travel from one ley line to somewhere else.
Ooh.
Theoretically, you can travel from here to the other side of the world. If there's a ley line that
It
is
goes
active
that way,
via the routes.
Oh
yeah. Keep walking, mate.
man. Isn't it?
As Elchad moves westward through the narrow, winding passage, the air thickens, heavier now, with the scent of moss, wet soil, and something like burnt magic. The walls begin to open slightly as he steps down a gentle slope. The crystals thin out here, but the hum persists, more focused now. The path dips beneath an arch of living root, like the mouth of a serpent yawning wide. As he steps through, his foot presses onto ancient stone beneath the moss. Not just a natural tunnel anymore. This is old, crafted, forgotten. What would you like to do, mate?
Well, at the moment I'm having luck with these crystals, but I kind of want to touch this big like living root. I want to touch it. I want to use my magic, see what happens.
Alright. As Elchad reaches out and places his hand on the living root, the moment his fingers make contact, the root shifts slightly beneath his touch. Not in resistance, but as if it recognises him. A faint warmth pulses through it, and then into him. Not a physical warmth, but a deep resonance sensation, like standing beneath a tree older than time and hearing it breathe. The whispers return, but this time they're clearer. You hear drifting phrases in Sylvan or druidic, depending on what you know. Half-sung prayers and names of guardians, echoes of those who walked the path before. The tendrils of the root begin to unravel, like a curtain being drawn open, just enough. Beneath it, for a moment, he glimpses something light, like watching veins of starlight beneath bark. A memory is shared. A vision rushes into Elchad's mind, brief but vivid. A druid kneeling in this very hall, silver strands pouring from his fingers into the ground, roots swallowing the magic, sealing something in the dark beyond the arch. So after you get this memory, you gain an extra +2 bonus to your arcana or nature checks related to the hollow flow or Sylvara's roots for the next hour. And you gain 1d4 temporary hit points as the root infuses you with residual weave energy. So roll 1d4.
2.
Alright, so you got 2 temporary hit points, mate. The root shivers slightly after retracting and stilling, as if spent or waiting. The arch pulses again. Whatever lies beyond, the weave remembers him now. What would you like to do?
I want to go forward. I'm feeling powerful, and I feel like there's something waiting ahead.
Okay. As Elchad steps forward, the root archway pulses faintly, recognising him. There's a sound like a sigh of wind through leaves, though no breeze stirs. The roots part just enough to allow him through, revealing the next stretch of the passage. This passage is narrower now, perhaps only 10 feet across, and the ceiling dips lower. The walls are slick with dew, and the glow of crystals intensifies as he moves forward. Each footstep causes a whispering echo, not just of his own sounds, but of others, past voices, distant memories, perhaps even echoes of the weave itself. He walks through thick roots, bridges crisscross overhead, some moving slightly as if aware of his presence. Weave fracture crystals line the walls, bigger now here. The closer you get to it, it pulses like a heartbeat responding. The light reflects in silver, violet and green hues, and a great pit yawns to the right, filled with glowing fungal spores. A narrow root bridge arcs overhead. So, you wanna get all across this bridge?
Yeah.
Alright, mate. Roll acrobatics or nature.
I'll roll the nature.
Go on then.
Yeah, 4. I've got a few pluses.
Yeah, you got advantage on it, so roll twice. And you got +2 as well.
Yeah. 20.
Yeah, 20.
Alright.
22 technically.
Alright. So, as Elchad studies the swaying root bridge, his connection to the weave now, enhanced by the lifeblood basin, guides his senses. With that natural 20, he doesn't just see the pattern of the bridge's movement, he feels it, almost like a rhythm thrumming through his bones. He times his steps perfectly with the pulse of the living roots. Each footfall is deliberate, sure and silent. The glowing spores below flicker, but they do not react violently. They seem to recognise him. By the time he reaches the far end of the root bridge, the tunnel ahead begins to widen slightly. The crystal light reflects off a curved stone wall ahead, and the whispers are now joined by a low rhythmic growl, almost breathing. So, this looks like a natural gate of thick stone and vine, forming a half circle. The vines sway aside as Elchad nears, but the air is colder. Here, he's near the grove of still breath. A breeze flows out from within, the scent of moss-covered stone, wet leaves, and something more ancient, dormant, coiled power. What would you like to do, mate?
Alright. First of all, I want to go over to this right next to me, this green little glow of energy. I want to take one of the roots. There's a loose root next to me, and I want to softly break it off and almost use it like I want to like wrap it around my arm or like just around over my shoulders for now. I feel like I can maybe use this somehow.
Oh, what, the root that came from the basin?
No, you see these roots all around like the mossy floor. I'm imagining a loose root on the floor, a long one, so I just want to wrap it around me. You never know, might come in handy.
So yeah, you sort of adorn yourself with this root of this old sacred ground.
You never know, might better use it as a weapon after I would like to go forward.
Okay. So, as you step through the arch of the roots and stone, the air shifts, utterly silent, like the breath of the world has held it. You emerge into the grove of still breath. The chamber is vast and overgrown, shaped like a forgotten amphitheatre. Tangled grass carpet the stone, and you grab some of that like tangled grass and sort of like wrap it around you, adorn yourself with it. Vines hang from the high ceilings like curtains, and all around the feeling of watchful stillness presses in. And there, rising from the far end of the grove, is the effigy of Sylvara, the Green Mother. She is carved from ancient stone, towering and veiled in ivy. Her mouth is slightly open, and though unmoving, it feels as though she is speaking, not in words, but in memory. The silver thread he carries begins to vibrate gently, as if drawn toward the statue. And then, crack! A sound splintering from behind the effigy. The roots behind the statue split open, like ribs forced apart. A shadow begins to unfurl. The darkened tunnel, slow and deliberate. Not just a creature, a presence. It carries no footsteps, only the weight of forgotten oaths and smothered prayers. Then, a pair of eyes gleam in the dark, not glowing, reflective, like wet stone in moonlight, and a voice, low and cracked, like dead leaves on stone.
You've stolen her breath. Now let's see what you breathe in return.
And with that, we'll see you in the next episode of You Rolling.